Alright, today we're going to do our favorite pork loin. This pork loin is quite large. Basically, you buy it at the you can buy it at the butcher, or you can buy it at the local store, and then you can go in on this pork loin. It's absolutely amazing. It's great also for meal prep because you'll have lunch probably for half the week just with the amount of pork that's going to be left over when it's done cooking. First thing first, you can get fancy. You can do the roll, or easiest way to do it, simplest way, just split it in half. Don't go all the way through, just so that you have about an inch left on the one side that you can actually keep it open. So you're opening it up in half, and the next thing you're gonna do is basically you're gonna start putting some salt on it. And why we want to put the salt on it, because the salt is gonna get into the meat itself. What we're gonna do is we're gonna let it sit for about 20-30 minutes. That will give us the time to make our own made rub, and this will allow us basically to get some great taste. This is actually fun to do, a great Sunday afternoon, fun to do, and then you can obviously get a nice piece of meat, so you can leave that in there for good 20 minutes, whatever you need, and then you can get going. So we're gonna start with keep this one simple. So a tablespoon of smoked paprika, a tablespoon of honey, and then sorry, not honey, mustard, and then we're gonna get going with the I'm putting some this one is going to be fairly spicy. It's some chili powder, which I like to spice, but keep in mind whatever you do when you cook, about 30% of the spice actually goes away while it's cooking, so don't have to worry too much about being too spicy. Some crushed pepper, black pepper, and then that's my dry ingredients. I'm gonna shove some mustard in there, a couple of tablespoon, and then that's gonna be enough. You can put as much as you feel, because you want to have enough to put all around your actual piece of meat. So in this case, see the size of the meat that I got, and then I'll be fine with a couple of teaspoons of Dijon mustard. So I'm using some refined olive oil for this one. It's higher grade olive oil. You buy it from the distributor, but it also can work with standard olive oil, but it's always better to get the good stuff, because that's what most of the taste will come out of. Mix all of that, and basically you mix all of that till you get your paste. With the paste, that's what you're going to be able to do your rubbing with, which is going to be extremely easy to do. So while my paste is ready, I'm ready to do my rubs. I'm getting all my veggie prepared. So I have some small potato. I'm going to use some tomatoes, 3 celery, 3 carrots, and 1 large onion. Obviously, if you want to have more veggies, because you can also eat the veggies during the week on your meal prep, just add more. Just double up the amount of veggies there. It just depends what you want to do. For us, because only the 2 of us, that's quite a bit of food, as you can imagine. The simplest way to do, make sure you wipe the water out of it. This will help you out a lot when it's time to put on the rub. And that's also the fun part. Basically, you start with the rub in the middle. You can be generous, like I said. No worry about having too much in there, because keep in mind that when it's gonna cook, it will actually lose a lot of the spice will actually go right into the meat. And that's what's gonna make it tasty all throughout the meat. So this is a lot of fun to do. I like doing this on a Sunday afternoon, and obviously you only eat a couple of pieces for the supper, so that allows you basically to have a lot of leftovers. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the string, just to get all that together, and it's going to also give those little lines that you have when it cooks, and then that's going to give you the what they call is the cooking cleavage if you put it real tight. So I'm using obviously cooking string. They sell that at local store, extremely easy. And then when you do it, if you go a couple more turn around on the first turn, it's a lot easier and doesn't slip. So do it every couple of inches as you wish, and that keeps it all together and keeps it nice and round instead of being flat at the bottom. You notice that I didn't take the fat off it, and the reason why, it's because that's going to be basically all my juice. I'm not putting any other juice in there. The only juice that's going to be at the bottom of my pan is going to be cooking fat basically, and then that's going to be it, and some of the liquid from the veggies. So that's what the actual what really good about it, it's when the spices are cooking and then the fat kind of melts, and that's what makes it great and tasty. I love this loin. It's amazingly simple and gives you so much meat. On top of it, a piece this size only cost me $12 at the local store. So you can imagine that's a lot of food for 12 bucks. All together with the veggies, that's, you know, less than $20, and then you're looking at food for at least 3 to 4 lunches and 1 full supper for 12 bucks. I'm putting a bit of olive oil at the bottom of my pan just to make sure on the start that my stuff doesn't stick, and then that'll be it for that. No need to do anything else. So I'm starting with the bottom part because I want my fat to be on top. So when I cook this, I want the fat to be on top. Very simple. And then I put it all around, and that's about it. This will cook internal temperature. I'm going for about 130. Keep in mind when you pull it out, you're gonna have to put it into aluminum foil for a good 30 minutes to let it sit. It will keep on cooking, so you gotta be careful. If you wait too long and you cook it, you take it out at 135. It will probably take another 5, maybe 8 degrees with that time that you let it rest on the counter. So it'll overcook. So you need to get it out when it's below 130, around the 125 internal to 130 internal, because it will keep on cooking once it's out. So you don't want to be scared of that, and there's no need to worry about anything. You know, you'll be fine if you leave it on the counter for 15-20 minutes, even 30 minutes at the end. But keep in mind that it will keep on cooking when it's inside the foil, even if it's outside of the actual stove. So be aware of that, and that's really all there is to it. And so go generous, put it all over. Remember, that's going to be most of the taste when the fat melts, and then when that gets to the bottom. So I'm just going to spread all my veggies all around, and then this will basically cook with the rest of it. You can cook the veggies, no need to worry, it won't overcook. So start everything at the same time. The carrots, the potatoes, everything can go there. For a roast this the size, like if there's a family of 4, double up on the veggies, because it won't be enough. If there's only the 2 of you, then that's enough veggies for at least a full supper plus the next 2 or 3 lunch. That'd be fine. So this is what you're looking at. Then you're going to put that in the stove, and that's going to go for about an hour and a half at 350. That's really all you'll need. So once you take it out, that's the juice that's going to be left from the fat, and that's really it. Put that back in the stove for 10-15 minutes while the roast is actually rested on the counter, and then you'll see that's going to caramelize everything, and it's going to be awesome. You guys enjoy.